Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another video, man. Today is a weekly trading review. I'm going to go over this week. I'm basically break even this week, so yeah. After commissions, I'm break even, but I learned a lot of good and important lessons. So hopefully you find something valuable. Enjoy the video. Peace out. Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to my weekly trading review. So this week I'm basically break even. I'm break even after commissions and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it and what mistakes I made and how I can improve going into next week and going forward. So yeah, let's just get into it, man. I have it right here. Weekly trading review. I'm up 0.6% or 4 kroner, but I'm break even or like negative a few kroner after commissions. So yeah, trading days 5. I had 3 trades taken. My win rate was 33%. Rule adherence was 4.5 out of 5 days. Emotional control average was 7.9 out of 10. Daily performance rating average was 8 out of 10. So this week was about transition. Transition from pure restraint into selective execution, and transition from inactivity into measured participation, and transition from discipline only into discipline under exposure. Since last week was a complete no trade week, uh, so that's why I wrote that. So capital was slightly positive, but the real value of this week was information about execution quality, loss handling, and where psychological pressure still leaks when conditions are mixed. So I will go over first what did I do well this week. Number one, I had correct execution on true A plus setups. 2 out of 3 trades taken were aligned with the framework. Fuse was a clean A plus momentum setup, and GXAI was a textbook patient entry with proper risk management. The fuse loss was not a process failure. The GXAI win was not luck driven. That confirms an important point. When I wait for real expansion and structural clarity, my execution is correct, regardless of outcome. Losses occurring inside valid structure are acceptable operating costs, not mistakes. And number two, improves improved loss acceptance and emotional recovery. I was down 5.6%, or that's 1% of my account. I just type it like that because, oh shit. Uh, but yeah, the negative 5.6% loss on Monday did not cause revenge trading, hesitation, or emotional spiraling. Instead, emotional control remained stable at 8 out of 10, no deviation in behavior on following days, and next valid setup was executed cleanly. This shows a growing loss desensitization. I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. Unnecessary trait for consistency, but I've been talking about this a lot. Loss desensitization. Yeah, I'm sorry. English is not my first language. Losses are no longer triggering identity level doubt. That is progress. Number three, continued improvement on no trade day recognition. Thursday and Friday were handled professionally. Laptop closed once no edge identified. No just maybe scanning. No emotional leakage into boredom participation. Uh, that confirms that no trade discipline is becoming repeatable, not situational. This is a major structural upgrade compared to earlier weeks. So now I'm going to go over what went wrong this week. This is where we learned the most, so this is where you have to lock in. So there were no major rule violations, but there was one meaningful behavioral error. Number one, anticipatory entry on Wednesday on ELPW. This was the only trade that should not have been taken. The key issue was market context already identified as low probability. Trade entered on anticipation, not confirmation. just maybe mindset instead of decisive disengagement. This resulted in zero point 0.5 rule violation, an avoidable loss, and psychological friction. The mistake was not the trade itself, it was keeping charts open after deciding the day was likely invalid. This is not a setup problem, this is a decision closure problem. And I have the trade right here. Oh, I have the trade right here. I took this trade. Uh, as you can see, I entered in anticipation, and it was already identified its low probability. You see how it went up, it hit 245, yeah, 245, and went down. It got pulled back way too far, down 20%. So it's most likely not gonna make a move back up. And you see, it's trying to make a move back up, but the volume is so low compared to over here, so it's not likely. It was a low probability trade, and I should not have taken this. And the main problem was when I saw this going down and was like, okay, yeah, it's probably a no trade day. I kept the charts open for this to break through $2, and yeah. So this is not a setup problem. This is a decision closure problem. Number two, slippage awareness on fast movers. The fuse loss was expanded due to slippage, not thesis failure. This highlights a second area to monitor. Entry timing on extremely fast expansions and liquidity awareness during parabolic expansion. Uh, Not an error, but an execution refinement opportunity. So this is a daily breakdown. On Monday, whoops, on Monday, I had a minus 5.6% outcome. Behavior quality was good. A plus setup, honest loss, slippage, expanded risk. On day two, outcome was up 11.2%. Behavior quality very good. Patient execution, strong risk control. Day on Wednesday, I'm down 5% again. Behavior quality was below standard, and the notes was anticipation entry on low probability day. Then it was two no trade days, correct no trade day, and strong patience, high emotional control. So there is an emerging pattern. A clear behavioral trend is forming. So previously, when I felt uncertainty, that turned into participation, and that turned into losses. Now, when I'm uncertain, that uh, goes into disengagement, and that goes into capital preservation. So that's a good thing. That's a good behavioral trend. Uh, so the only remaining leak appears when I correctly identify no trade environment, but delay full disengagement. Once that gap is closed, expectancy improves significantly. So last week I had no trades, no P&L, so win rate was not be able. You can't, yeah. And rule adherence was 5 out of 5. Emotional control is 8.2. This week, break even again. Took three trades. Win rate was 33%. Rule adherence was 4.5 out of 5, and emotional control was 7.9. So the key observation is I can now lose correctly and win without forcing. That places me ahead of most developing traders. So the next bottleneck is not strategy, it's decisiveness in disengagement once a day is labeled low probability. So the conclusion is this was a mixed conditions execution week. I had one clean loss, one clean win, one avoidable anticipatory trade, and two professional no trade days. Capital was preserved, process integrity largely held. The mistakes were specific, identifiable, and correctable. This is not inconsistency, this is refinement under live conditions. So, the focus for next week is one hard rule, a decision closure on no trade days. The moment a day is labeled likely no trade day, I need to close the platform. No scanning, no exceptions. This must become identity level behavior, not willpower based. And number two, I need to tighten loss containment on fast momentum. I need to be conscious of liquidity and spread during parabolic moves. I need to accept smaller size if slippage risk is elevated. Preserving loss symmetry matters. I need my losses to be small, and that is a really important aspect to my strategy specifically. Number three, emotional neutrality wins. Uh, on wins, I mean. Wins should register as correct execution confirmed, not excitement, not confidence spikes, not reinforcement loops. I talked about this on the trade review. I got the win. Uh, Consistency demands emotional flatness on both sides. Uh, psych- uh, like that. So, psychological focus, I'm shifting from discipline first trading into controlled aggression. The goal is not to trade more, the goal is to execute instantly when earned and disappear when it's not. That balance defines professional behavior. So, my action plan is going to, with my trading rules priority, number one, A plus setups only and confirmation is required. Number two, no anticipation entries. And three, immediate disengagement on no trade days. So, tactical adjustments, uh, verbal confirmation. Before I enter a trade, is this confirmed or anticipated? Number two, close laptop immediately after no trade decision. Note slippage conditions post trade for review. I will note my slippage conditions. Yeah. So basically, a summary to carry forward. Uh, I have mostly strong rule adherence. I had one clean identified mistake. Improved loss handling. I have better no trade discipline, and psychology is trending upward. The objective remains unchanged. Fewer trades, cleaner execution, immediate disengagement when edge appears. I am on the right trajectory. So, that was what I wrote down for this week. Break even week. Didn't make anything. Probably lost like a few bucks, but that's in commissions and everything, and I can make that back. So, uh, all in all, it was a good informational week. I learned a lot, and I feel I'm getting more and more comfortable being on uh, live account because when I started this YouTube channel, I was still on paper trading. So, and I just started live account back at live account this year. So this is the second month back on live account. So yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoy the video and peace out.